So you knew it was coming, and you just didn't know how bad it was going to be, right? So after the Greasy, Grimy Green Bay Packers and Aaron Rodgers allegedly beat the Vikings, who knows what the final score was? We forget numbers and things, man. But you knew that the Packers, who started out 4-8 and then have won allegedly 4 games in a row, control their own destiny for the playoffs, that the national media Jabroni haircuts were just like, they're just champing at the bit. They're just like, can't wait to fill this with wall-to-wall coverage of Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. Nobody wants to play the Packers in the playoffs. All that talk. It's egregious. And you knew it was coming. It really is like if you watch Yellowstone, well, when Jimmy's down at the 4 6s and he did that thing to the horse, that's exactly it. That's exactly what the hell is going on. If you know, you know, man. But just going through some of the headlines, Packers push for playoffs feels really special to Rodgers. Rob Demoski. Oh, yeah, the Packers writer. And if you're watching, well, I don't know why you're watching Get Up or First Take or Skip and Shannon or anything, but it really has just been disgusting. Like I flipped through the channels just to see what everyone's talking about. It was 4 for 4 of the major sports networks that they were talking about Rodgers and the Packers. It's just gross. I hate it. And personally, I hate that the Vikings allowed this, right? They could have ended the Packers' playoff hopes, and the Vikings could have stayed on pace for the 1 seed, but it is what it is. Oh, of course, Aaron Rodgers has the Packers in the playoff hunt. Oh, of course. Plus Tom Brady in postseason. Oh, weird. Like, did you think for 1 second that the league was going to allow the playoffs to happen without Rodgers and Tom Brady? I mean, come on, man. Also, Aaron Rodgers explains Packers' late season surge to brink of postseason, the power of manifestation. Right? And you know what's weird? What really annoys me about Rodgers is that I actually agree with him on some of these things, the power of manifestation, the law of attraction, and all that stuff. But also, he's just a douche. And here we are. And here's what's funny, too. So our guy, Kyle Brandt, who stood up for Kirk Cousins last week, said that he should be in the MVP conversation. They replaced him on Good Morning Football with Sean O'Hara. Now, I understand that Brandt's probably off doing some other project, but I think it's just funny. So right after the Vikings allegedly lost to the Greasy, Grimy Green Bay Packers, they're like, hey, Kyle Brandt, the guy who stands up for the Vikings, you gone, man. But perhaps the most egregious was this from Connor Orr. So the Monday morning quarterback, it's part of Sports Illustrated. It's whatever. Well, SI used to be as I get choked up. That you, Rona? SI used to be the magazine of note. Like, it was the place for sports journalism. Now, there's still some good parts. Our guy Will Raggett's the Vikings beat writer, Sports Illustrated, is fantastic, but it's gone downhill. Yeah, but Connor Orr, we can enjoy this Packers run for what it is, Connor Orr says, even if a deep playoff run isn't coming. Oh, Riri. I was told that if you can't win the Super Bowl, that you are a fraud. Like, you're not allowed to enjoy things for what they are. Like, you're not allowed to enjoy the Vikings in the first year with a new head coach, new GM, defense being shifted to a 3-4. Like, you're not allowed to enjoy the Vikings for what they are. It's like, 12-4, they're obviously frauds. Even though they won the division with multiple weeks to spare, even though they're going to be hosting a playoff game. Hey, you're not enjoyed to allow them for what they are, even if a playoff run isn't coming, even though they are going to win the Super Bowl. It's like, you're not allowed to do that. Yeah, because remember, Connor Orr, he of the famous power rankings when the Vikings were 4-1, and also had them below the Packers. It's like, Vikings fans, enjoy your proper placement on the power rankings. It's just dripping with elitism, just dripping with, it's like, here we go, peasants. Yeah, but we can enjoy the Packers run for what it is, even if a deep playoff run isn't coming. So it's just weird how the standards are doubled. Like, there are 2 separate standards, one for when it comes to the Vikings, one when it comes to the Greasy, Grimy Green Bay Packers, as well as, the Cowboys we'll throw out there as well. It's just so stupid and ridiculous and transparent. It's just, but I do blame the Vikings. Again, they could have ended all this nonsense on Sunday. They didn't get it done, and now it's allowed to fester for another week. I guess go Lions. Yeah, but like I've said before, I want the Packers in the playoffs as the 7th seed. Like, where's the NFC? All right, so I want the Packers in the playoffs as the 7th seed. I want them to go into San Francisco, and if they're so good, beat San Francisco. And then in the divisional round, if they're so good, go into Philly and beat the Eagles. And guess what? The Vikings take care of business against the Giants. The Vikings take care of business at home against the Cowboys. Revenge game. And then guess what? NFC title game. Packers at Vikings, historic U.S. Bank Stadium. Bring it. Hey, if this team is supposedly so good, you wouldn't be so scared of playing the Vikings, your rival, in their place in the NFC title game with a Super Bowl berth on the line. Hey, bring it. That's right, man. But again, we're not shocked that this is how the national media jabroni haircuts are rolling today. But it still makes you feel sad, man. It does, and they're on full display of why no one takes them seriously. Is what it is. But your thoughts are thoughts. National Media Jabroni Haircuts added again, of course. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.